this one. Bring it back. Hit that dirt path, baby. Take it off the road. All right. Yes, the music is interesting. I just hope that we're okay, because I turned the broadcast mode on, but I have certainly heard a couple of tracks that make me paranoid that I'm going to get a copyright ding. Or 2 or 3 on YouTube later on. They're like, nope, you're not allowed to monetize this game. And anytime there's lyrics like this, it's like, is this the track they missed? We'll find out later. Oh no! Anytime I hear lyrics, I'm always paranoid. I'm like, but is this cleared music? I get away with stuff all the time. It's part of the charm of being me. Starting to get a nice collection in the garage now. Alright, I could turn that into the cafe. What if I could just go there by clicking on the menu at the top? Nice. All right, so he'll tell me more stories, which is going to lead to something else. And then we're getting these roulette tickets. I don't know what those are used for yet. We've also unlocked the tuning shop. The Volkswagens are still, I mean, there's so many Volkswagens on the road here. I do like that Cooper though. That Mini Cooper is cool. Dude, I like even the modern Minis. Like I rented one of the last times I was up in Texas. I rented a Mini from the car dealership. And it was a lot of fun to drive. All right, we got a new book. Finish in the top 3 on a World Circuits course. You have to do more than just complete the race. You got to finish in the top 3, and then we'll unlock some new menus after that. Dude, these little passive cutscene menus are interesting. I'm assuming this is introducing me to the race course. Tuning shop is now open. Buy tuning parts and improve your car's performance. Now, if I remember correctly, if this is like any of the other games I played too, your car has to have, there's like a limit to the cars you can, well, like if you want a certain car to be in a category, you can't take it too far with tuning. Oh, I think this is just, I'm going to unlock these. So basically, if I didn't have all these credits, this would be where you unlock things, because you can see the tabs are locked across the chart. So I think I would need to purchase everything in a tab. To unlock the next tab, essentially. So how would I unlock Club Sports? Yeah, he says, it's too soon for you to be looking at this selection of parts. I'll sell them to you once your collector's level is high enough. So they do lock it behind a soft cap of saying, hey, you need to at least go through these stages of the game before you can unlock the next tier of stuff. So you do have to go through this in a semi-linear fashion. All right. By the way, let's take a look at our garage now. Our car collection. We have gifts. I don't know how these gifts work. Oh, is this like a loot box thing? Yeah, it's a loot box thing. So like parts, currency, or a car. Yeah, that's literally what I was doing, Johnny. Was I've got red sauce cooking, so I had to go stir it. It's at the point where I need to stir it every little bit, make sure that it's doing what it's supposed to do. But it's been going for about 3 hours, so as long as they don't we'll see if we lose power today. If they shut off our electricity again today, I'll have to move it to the stovetop. But right now, he's cooking in the slow cooker. All right, we need to go to next. Okay. I think it was compete in a championship racing. Also, what is this? Discover replays and photos from players around the world. So these are actual other players who have rankings and followers. Interesting. Dude, that is a cool looking car right there. Dude, look at this. Yeah, baby. Richard Hammond Top Gear. That's a cool looking Toyota right there. So you can actually go in here and like what? Look at all of these. Oh, that's pretty awesome. That's an old Land Cruiser. Yeah, that would be cool to have. Those things are also, they cost a fucking fortune. Okay, championships consist of 2 or more races. Final standings are determined by the total number of points you earn for performance in each race. You cannot change your car in the middle of a championship. Make sure you choose before entering. If you enter high enough, and you might even win a new car. So I need to first and foremost check. High speed ring track day. Suggested PP is 400. Is there a limit? Regulation compliant cars. See, there's tuning prohibited. Rapidity off. Is it really gonna let me use that car? I mean, why not? Let's try it and see. I haven't driven this one yet, so this may go all over the course because I'm always in last place, man. Can I change the paint job? Jesus, sorry. This car's a little OP for this track. Well, I'm allowed to use it, so why not? Ooh, we get a tunnel. Ooh, I like the sound effects when you go through the tunnel. Is that like a bridge? Duxmon says, good morning, just got here, never seen this one, you like it? I mean, I like racing games. They're not the number one thing I play, but I woke up this morning with a craving to play one, and I hadn't played the most recent Gran Turismo, and it was on sale. The digital deluxe edition was like 40% off or something. I think normally it's like $90 or something. It was on sale for like 45 bucks. Actually, it was more like 50%. It was a big discount, so I went ahead and picked it up. Because why not? It gives me something else fun to work on over the holidays. Let's do this. Ooh, we got a rainy track. Looks good. Oh! A little slick. It is a bridge. Okay, so because we're driving the opposite direction this time. That's totally a bridge. Yeah, there's a ton of great deals going on right now for Black Friday. Also other stuff, like we just got a water fountain for our cats that was like 40% off. I was holding out trying to wait and see if there's going to be any good deals on laptops, but I did not see any Black Friday deals on laptops, so I'm just going to end up paying full price on one. I'll probably order it next week. I'm trying to wait. They're supposed to be continuing to do electrical work in the town that we live in all the way until Tuesday, which means they're killing the power to work on like the water pump and stuff. And when they kill the power, they've also been killing the power for the cell tower from time to time, which means we have no signal. Not only no like internet, like no electricity, no air conditioning, no internet, no water, but also like no cell phone signal for multiple hours per day. And unfortunately, when I order expensive electronics through Amazon, they will often send a one-time like code through your email, like a password that you're supposed to give to the driver, and I don't want to risk like ordering a several $1,000 computer and not being able to like claim it when it delivers because the internet's out and the power's out and there's no cell phone service and I can't get my code. So I'm gonna wait until like next Wednesday or Thursday to order once I know they're done working on the power lines and stuff around town. It's truly like living back in the 80s, you know, to think about it, like when you lose electricity and there's like not even cell service, it's like, oh my god, I'm back in the 80s all over again. What the fuck do I do with myself? Quick, do I have any like books to read? Do I have any G.I. Joes to play with? I need to change the paint job on that car. Clean race bonus. Oh, you got prize money for that. Oh, I got multiple cars. And I got, I don't know. Oh, I see. You get one of those as a bonus, not all of them. It's a cool looking Swift, man. I would drive one of those. We've seen those on the road here. Everything's expensive these days. For sure. Brand Central is now open for business. They offer 21st century production cars and race machines for purchase. Make sure to stop by. Oh. Well, I already got one of them. This is Brand Central. New cars produced in 2001 or later. More than 50 brands. There's also a museum to learn about the history of each. What's that? Are those parts? Okay. I want to change the color of the car. How do I do that? Like, how do I change the paint job? That's tuning. No, hang on. No. So those are parts for specific cars. Yeah, how do I change the paint job on this? Dude, that Sport looks pretty freaking awesome, man. So this is car settings. This is like... No, this is steering, supercharger, aerodynamics, tires, suspension. I don't see any way to change it here. Let me go see. Go to GT Auto, customize cars and paint. I'm not necessarily seeing that. I wonder if I don't have it unlocked yet. Center, World Circuits, Cafe, Tuning Shop. Yeah, but Tuning Shop is for parts, so I don't know that I have. Hang on, paint livery menu. Yeah, and theoretically, I don't have some of the music playing because I'm on broadcast mode, so it's supposed to not have some of the music playing for copyright purposes. Okay, I'm confused here. So I'm not seeing what they're showing on the menu, even on the livery. I think I have to wait. I don't think I have access to the livery editor yet. GT Auto is where you can perform maintenance work in your cars and purchase various custom parts. I think I have to level up to get that. Yeah, it says complete menu book 7 at the GT Cafe. So I do have to work my way through the various menus at the cafe to be able to get to unlock where I can then customize my cars. Right, so I'm on number 5, so you have to complete the first 7 before you unlock the ability to customize cars. Okay, so a lot of this is just locked behind, like, it's not story progression per se, but it is a progression system. Alright. World circuits. Nope, I gotta have a different car. What do I have here? That's why don't we try this Suzuki? Why not? It is a hideous yellow. Excuse me, coming through. This is not a clean race, I'll tell you that much. Oh, I overshot. I fucked it up. See if I can pull a third place out of my ass here. Oh, I guess there's 3 laps this time. I'm used to 2 laps. The replay on this is going to be hilarious when I go back and watch all the strange faces I'm making, and I'm probably leaning into all the turns. And I tell you one thing I know that's happening right now is my toes are curling, and I totally like move my feet like flashbacks to driving standard for all the years. What was the first car I ever drove? I was driving tractors and hay trucks when I was like 5 years old, so my dad had like a 1950s flatbed thing we called the Green Bomb that we drove around the hay fields when I was a kid with my brother on the farm. So I mean, I've been driving since I was a baby. First vehicle I owned on my own was like a was like a 1980, I think it was a 1989 like single cab Toyota cheap ass pickup truck. Like, I don't even know what it would be called. I just remember it was a stick shift. It had 4 gears, no air conditioning, no power steering. It was a little box on wheels. It was like a 1989, I think. That was what I drove when I was 16. No, I am not using a wheel. I'm using a controller. I am not nearly sophisticated enough to go out and buy a wheel for a game that I'm gonna play once a year. No, I am playing on the PS5 controller. But yeah, that was like a Toyota pickup truck was what like a little tiny Toyota pickup truck. Imagine like a Ford Ranger, but like Toyota, like a 1989, 1990 version. No power steering, no air conditioning, 4-speed manual. I got a speeding ticket when I was 16, doing 90 miles an hour in a 65, driving home from school. My parents were not happy with me because I had my little brother in the car with me. I was 16, he was 14, and I was driving us home from school, and I got like a 90 mile an hour speed limit ticket. Like a 65 mile an hour. Oh, they were not happy with me. You have your brother in the car. You're risking his life just so you can get an adrenaline rush. I'm surprised that little truck, I mean, the whole thing was vibrating. The truck was like shaking. But my brother and I were both like, let's see how fast we can go. And then after that, I bought a Pontiac Fiero. I don't even know what model it was, like a 1986 or something. I bought that in 97. Little black Pontiac Fiero. And then I wrecked that because I was driving like an idiot. Not like wreck, but I was driving too fast in a subdivision, and I was coming down a hill to a T intersection, meaning I was to stop, and it was a stop sign, and you go left or right, and there was gravel from a construction site on the asphalt on the street. And those little Fieros didn't weigh anything. And I came in way too hot at the stop sign and literally braked, and my car did not stop. And I was on top of the gravel, and I literally just rocketed over the top of the gravel and slid off the edge and like landed the car on top of like a bunch of boulders on a construction website in a ditch. And I had to like walk half a mile or something to find my grandparents' house. My grandpa had to come and like pull me out with his truck, and I ripped up the underside of that poor car, destroyed the radiator. I never did get caught smoking a doobie, no. I was never stupid enough to get caught doing that. Discreet is the word of the day when it comes to that, sir. Discretion. Oh, there went my clean race tag. You got me sidetracked talking about doobies. I did get a bunch of speeding tickets when I was right up. And then I had an accident when I was 20 or 21. I had an accident, and it was like a 9-car pileup. And I was at fault, and that slowed me way down. And ever since then, I have drive like a grandma, to the point where I have a bunch of family members who hate letting me drive because I drive like a grandma now. All it took was one accident to make me go, well, shit, I better slow down. And now I wear my seatbelt, and I stop when I'm supposed to, and I use my blinker when I'm supposed to, and I learned a valuable lesson. Red lights mean stop. Pay attention when you drive. That was a bad day. Can I just go straight to the cafe from here? I think you have to back all the way out. I took an arrow to the knee. Oh no! Skyrim reference. That's so true. I took an arrow to the knee. No, on the doobie front, I'll tell you a funny story. So, one of the trucks I drove for work for many years was a little Ford Ranger, and then after that, I had a 2001 GMC Sierra. So, those of you who are doobie enthusiasts will know what I'm talking about. It's not a big deal these days. It used to be a very big deal, depending on where you lived. So I had something called a dugout. And if you don't know what a dugout is, you could look it up. But essentially, it was something about this, not quite as big as this, probably about that tall. So about 3 inches tall, but about that wide and about that thick. And on the one hand, there was a little tube, and inside that tube is a metal device, which looks like a cigarette. And then on the other side, you fill it full of your preferred substance, tobacco, as we say, and your favorite leafy green tobacco-ish substance. And that little wooden thing, and it had a flip top, and it's like I think they call them one-hitters these days. Anyways, I'm a doobie enthusiast. So first and foremost, I used to smoke cigarettes, but that looked like a cigarette, right? So one of the easiest things to do was you'd have that thing in your car, and it looks like a cigarette, and you're good to go. And the cool thing was that little wooden box would fit up underneath the dashboard right on the left-hand side along the door, so I could just do what I needed to do and reach down and tuck it up, and it would go up behind the fuse box. So it was out of sight, out of mind. And then I'd just continue enjoying my normal tobacco for the rest of the drive. And I lived in Colorado, so it was never a big deal anyway. By that point anyway. But yeah, I used to, for a long time, for about 7 years, I drove 2 hours every single morning and 2 hours every single night to come home. So I lived in Greeley, Colorado, and I drove to Denver for work. So every single morning, drive 2 hours, everything. And that was the thing, was get in the car and just enjoy a nice leisurely drive. That was after the accident, though. The accident happened in Missouri when I was very younger, much younger. Thankfully, I got it all in my system then. And I have not had a speeding ticket or any issues since I was like 20 when I had that accident. Ever since then, I have been a model citizen. We did have a fender bender in Spain, which was not my fault. We were in a roundabout, in Spain, and we were coming off the roundabout in a rental car, and some guy who was not paying attention came up behind and like was about to miss his exit off the roundabout, and we were already in the outbound lane going off, and he came right up behind us, and it was like we were on the outside lane curving around, and he was coming, and he came in around, and as we were curving around, he just came in and went whomp like that and clipped the back end of our rental car. He took that exit as we were taking this exit, and we pulled over, and he just fucking kept on going. Like uh, there was no he didn't stop, but it was like I wasn't even anything other than the car went oh, and it was like, oh, he just tagged us, and I pulled off, and there was a black like a 4-inch black streak down the edge of the back end of the car where his bumper had just squeeged it. But I think that's the only thing I've been in since I was 20, and I'm 45 now, so it's been 25 years, and thankful I got it all out of my system when I was young. But I did used to like to drive very fast. Yes, doobie growing got legalized where I lived, and where I live now. Here, everyone is allowed to have up to 5 plants for personal use in their home garden. Doesn't mean you can walk around in public, but you can, at your home, grow and consume. So I need to tune a classic car to reach 360 pp or more. Oh, specifically a 1965 Mini Cooper. You can only tune the car that you're currently driving. If you need to get the Mini Cooper out of your garage, take it to the tuning shop. Okay. That's right, I am an entertaining storyteller, Kayla. That's been my job for many, many, many years. I have been entertaining people in some way, shape, or form since 2008. Alright, garage. I need to get into the Mini Cooper. Oh, you have to buy these per car. I thought I had unlocked it for the whole, but it's per. Hold up. I need to slow this down. Is that going to increase? Ah, I misunderstood what this was doing. What is my target? 360 pp or more, it says, or more. Well, can I skip the... Well, that's how they get you to spend your credits. Okay. I need to do number 7 that I can unlock the paint jobs. European hot hatches. Yes. We're going to earn some hatchbacks. Try out the race at Brands Hatch. All right, before I do this, I need to go stir my red sauce.